Hey y'all, it's your girl. And before I begin my Cowboy Carter review and excitement post show, I want to give a visual description slash outfit check. I am a light skinned black woman sitting in her wheelchair. I'm in my hotel, so you see some kind of funky hotel artwork in the background. I am wearing a black, mostly sleeveless dress and wearing some uh, trapezoid or triangular shaped earrings. I have on my glasses, fair makeup for the day, and I'm here chilling. So now we got the business out the way. Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, that woman. I didn't know how she could top herself with Renaissance. Now, to be fair, I've only been to two Beyonce concerts, Renaissance in 2023 and Cowboy Carter in 2025. So I am newbie in the concert going, but I've been a Beyonce fan since I was 12, 13. So I've been OG Hive, original Hive. I've been here. And Renaissance just blew me away. How beautiful it was, just so interactive, and the showmanship, musicianship that she shows is top tier. So with Cowboy Carter, I knew the caliber was hot, taller than myself. And she just knocked it out the ballpark again. And if I dare say that Cowboy Carter is almost better than Renaissance, I am not too ashamed to say that. Storytelling, the visuals, her being more carefree. You can definitely get that energy with Cowboy Carter when it comes to the narratives that she's telling, when it comes to reclaiming a genre that is ours as Black people, and also proclaiming who she is within that is very powerful. I love seeing our internet nieces, Blue Ivy and Remy, do their thing. Speaking of Renaissance, to see the transformation of Blue Ivy and her confidence and her showing us her personality is incredible. It's incredible. And Remy is just a joy. That little girl is a joy to watch on stage. But to see our internet nieces just be so comfortable on stage with their mom, doing their thing in their respective roles and personalities, just beautiful. Beyonce herself is beautiful. And her voice, immaculate. I'm just blown away. I am in full recovery mode when it comes to Beyonce right now, and I just love her. Like, you can never make me hate this woman. Sorry, and I'm unashamed of that. Worth going to see. I know we only have a few more shows left of this tour, at least of what we know of this iteration. And if you haven't gone, you need to. It's the show of the summer. I have been to 3 shows this spring and summer. The first was the Grand National Tour with Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Amazing. Then I went to the Four Queens One Stage concert, which had Patti LaBelle, Sora, Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight, and Stephanie Mills. Also amazing to see legends still being able to do their thing. And now a legend of our generation, Beyonce. So I'm just happy. I am happy to see Beyonce do her thing, do what she loves, and bring us something different each and every time. And that's what makes her fun to be a fan of. You never know what she's going to give you, which can be stressful because we want to know, but we know we're not going to be disappointed. And Cowboy Carter, not a disappointment. One thing I really appreciate is the attention to detail when it comes to accessibility. They definitely did the stage differently than they did for Renaissance. I wrote about the inaccessibility of Renaissance when it comes to the staging and how things were set up at the Eagle Stadium when I went in 2023, and how it was very unfortunate that I had some issues. But with the way that I saw the staging done for Cowboy Carter, I don't know if she may have gotten wind that, hey, people weren't very happy about the accessibility, but it seemed like the way that they formatted the stage and they had extra screens for the lower levels, it really showed that somebody was in her ear or her production team's ear about how to make this show more accessible for people to be able to see her and engage with fewer barriers. Now, I was not in the same seating area like I was at Renaissance. I was on the 200 levels in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium because I went to night one of the Atlanta show. But even with that, I could see well. It's just the staging was just very different, and it made it a more engaging and comfortable experience. And I hope that going forward, a lot of artists pay attention to their disabled fans like myself, who want to give you our money to see you do your thing, but we also want to have an experience that makes us feel welcome, that really takes into account the different needs and interactions that people may require to engage with your show with few barriers and less worries. Because traveling, going to these events as disabled people is stressful enough, but we need artists to really pay attention to their disabled fans when we do have such experiences that can dampen our time spent with you and enjoying your show. So I really hope that when we get to Act 3, those accessibility improvements that I saw just with the way the staging looked and how, it seems that there was a little bit more spacing involved, less structuring of the stage, it was just mainly flat, and, that allowed more, visual engagement and less structures in a way. I really felt that really did a good job, and I appreciate it. So, Beyoncé, keep up the good work with that in improving and making the concert going experience for you more accessible to us. Because, like I said, I've been a fan since I was 12, 13 years old, and I want to still be a fan and will. So, at the end of the day, Cowboy Carter is an incredible experience. I'm very glad that I went and I got to go to it with, homegirl and one of her homegirls, and we just had a black girl night out good time. And when it comes to Beyonce, that what she gives black women in films: a good time, good energy, good feelings. So, and then speaking of Beyonce, as a kind of part 2 of my Cowboy Carter review / recap, I am just inspired by her. No, Beyonce is really the celebrity I look up to as far as how you can shape your career and not be afraid of doing different things. If you look at every album, you listen to every album of hers, none of it sounds the same. She's always switching up. She's always switching sounds, genres. She's taking risks. And as you get older, particularly in your career, taking risks can feel risky, and I love that she just does it. And I respect her so much. Beyonce is really my barometer of getting older. I'm turning 40 this year, and she's already in her 40s. I'm like, if Beyonce is kicking ass, then I know I can kick ass. Beyonce can change what she's known for when it comes to her music, to her products, then I could do the same. I'm currently in transition when it comes to my work, adding new things to what I'm known for, such as creating a stationery line, writing in 3 new genres for me, writing a movie script, writing a comic book, so working on a comic book script, and doing my official book, which would be a nonfiction graphic novel anthology. So I am diving into new writing territory. And to see Beyonce be such a student of her craft, diving into genres that she respects, that she has admiration for, like country music, like, house music, like with Renaissance and queer culture, diving into those areas that she is either familiar with or maybe an outsider looking in, but still have respect for what's going on. That really encourages me to study the new things that I'm looking to do, which is what I'm currently doing for the remainder of 2025. And I just am inspired by her to not be afraid to do new things and to not worry about what other people may think of those new things. And I just appreciate that. I appreciate seeing a Black woman just be a masterful of her domain, of her talents, of her gift, and to share that unapologetically with the world. That's what I take away when it comes to Beyonce and what I appreciate about her, what I adore about her, and what I look up to. It's nice to see a Black woman be so powerful when people don't like to give her credit. And that's something that I really take into account as I'm navigating new terrain for myself. Sometimes you are one of one and the only one. Sometimes as a Black woman in films. And you have to get comfortable in that, unfortunately, and drown out the noise so that you can be successful in what you're looking to do. And Beyonce, for me, is a representation, an epitome, the definition of that. And she does it so well. And I just feel inspired by her. So going to see Cowboy Carter really inspired me to do what I need to do when it comes to my work and not be afraid, not be self-conscious. Just do it. Study the craft so you know the rules and how to break them, but then create the art that you know that needs to exist, particularly now when funding the arts means so much. So, Beyonce, thank you for inspiring your fellow Virgo sister to continue to build and go outside of the norms for me and to not be afraid and to do the damn thing. So, yes, I had to do a little fangirl moment here in my recap about Cowboy Carter, like my feelings about the show and also about Beyonce, because what a woman. What a woman. That's my recap. Go to the show. I know we only have a few stops left, but go to it because it is worth it. Worth it.